Hey there, card folks, Speed Robo here, and today is a day for Blitz Brawl with my friend Caird on commentary. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. How about yourself?
Oh, not too bad at all. We've got two players with us as well, two more good friends, which we were joking about, and joking around with before the game started. Moonfassa down on red, playing Anwin, and No Have Name I Want, better known as Patrick, up on blue. Looks like he's going to be bringing Tristan today. Tristan's
Yeah,
kind of known as Patrick's like secondary hero at this point.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's the classic slingshot deck that Patrick's been playing for a while, but a lot of recent games I've seen him play Tristan.
Yeah, I'm really excited that he's like pushing forward the Tristan meta, Like Patrick really brought a whole new strategy and a whole new play style into the game and into the meta when he picked up Carthul Slingshot and Gath as a whole. So the fact that he's now doing the same thing for Erangard is like personally super exciting for me. And Moonfassa's always been like a Sylvan main and an Anwin expert. Really masterful use of this hero. Can you give me some analysis on their overall lists and what we're looking at here today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, since we were talking about Tristan, I'll start with him. Classic Felgards build, just me. Just makes him so much tankier now that he has Steadfast. And then you put a Sunblade and Braveheart on him so that he just demolishes anything that comes near him.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Whereas Anwin, I mean, I always love to see Quicken 1 coming out, especially with that frontline Gladehawk.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you see exactly what I see, right?
Ooh, that's... Ooh, okay. That's kind of scary. There's no shield bearers on Patrick's side, so
Nope.
that priest is in trouble.
Yep.
I think if this is one of those things where in Blitz, Patrick was like, well, if my opponent doesn't do frontline Gladehawk, I'm fine. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the archers that he can use to deal with it, but still, to use a longbow archer to deal with a Gladehawk, I'll happily take that trade if I've got the Gladehawk.
Absolutely. It looks like Patrick is sticking to his personal convictions of never using Tactician as well, which is something that I find funny but respect at the same time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tactician is such a good Arangard unit that I instant hats off to anyone who is willing to buck the trend and start playing with something else.
Yeah, reminds me of that Batman meme. Guns are the weapon of the enemy. We do not need them. We do not use them.
Yeah.
Tactician.
I mean, we've got a classic frontline developing here from Arangard, Elite Swordsman,
Yep.
a Knight round on the side, ready to just come in and start beating everything.
I mean, heck, it's really good against Sylvan. That's...
Yeah.
Like, it's worked against Sylvan since day one, and it's going to continue to.
I do see two satyrs there that one of them could go right up against that knight, and if Patrick doesn't use... oh, never mind, there goes the Bull Elk.
Yeah, I think Bull Elk's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it can deal with this knight, but the knight can also deal with it.
Yeah. It's a good sort of matchup between these two units, to be honest.
Yeah, they counter each other really well.
Does look like that a lot of the fighting is going to be taking place on sort of the right-hand side. We've already got the Knight down, the Bull Elk, the Sentinel, and this Wisp that could come up and mess around with the Knight's armor.
Yeah, I could see it. Though, I think what's more important than messing with the Knight's armor and keywords is probably just healing the Bull Elk.
Yeah. Being able to get the heal off would be very useful. The Bull Elk is already hard to kill with Steadfast and 6 health. Once you manage to get a heal off, it's even worse.
Spellbreaker, you might think wouldn't see much use this game because of its magic resist not coming into play, but The fact that Spellbreaker can silence and mess up Anwin or one of the other healers, I think is actually going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Luckily for Moon, or well thought out for Moon, he has taken a Mystic and Nature's Bosom, so he does have 2 healers on his side, but
exactly.
Still, being able to silence one of those is dangerous.
For sure.
Ooh. I'm not sure when Moon's going to draft this Bowmaster.
Probably behind the Bullock?
Yeah. It's just too vulnerable to go in that front pocket.
Yeah, theoretically here, there is a kill on the Knight with Bowmaster gaining piercing with Fletcher Bullock charges.
Yeah.
And into the battle phase. Patrick's
I do like that
on the
Blitz.
attack as well, so... Patrick has far fewer actions. The Archangel can help compensate for that, though, and I'm interested to see how this goes down. One thing that you really have to think about here is the ability to resurrect a Knight. Oh, yes!
Nice.
That's so good. That Quicken one is done.
Interestingly, it looks like Quicken 1 can be used on the Fletcher. Actually, no, I always forget that the Fletcher is a passive, it's non-active.
Yeah, exactly. It's a passive ability. So,
Yeah.
you could, but so what?
Oh, you can Quicken Sentinels.
Yeah, you can. Get
There's
some
still
extra...
3 gold.
Get some extra maneuverability. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Okay, so the Deepwood Mystic just removed the Glade Hawk's thing, right? Spellbreaker can now run up, silence Anwin, and it's, free.
Yep.
Just turn off... Oh my gosh, dude. Turn off your opponent's, Oh, yeah. Oh, do it. It's so good. Do it.
It would mean bringing the Spellbreaker up, and I mean, the Spellbreaker can tank some hits, but, is it really worth it?
Yes. I have no doubt in my mind it is the most worth it.
There's the Priest kill.
Yeah, that stinks. Archangel?
It's either the Archangel or
Wait,
maybe
Tristan can run up, take center, and arrest.
Oh yeah?
That's actually kind of good.
There.
Yeah. I mean, Shield Bash I think would be better, but...
No Shield Bash on this Tristan.
Exactly. No, he I don't know. This is something that I've never understood about Patrick's list, is he never takes Shield Bash, and I do think that's kind of a miss.
I'm not sure. Shield Bash... I think it depends on if you're looking at Tristan to use mana or not. Because Shield Bash is a useful thing, but whether or not it's really that good sort of depends on the list you're up against.
Yeah, I guess. But I like it. Super insightful commentary from me there. And it looks like we're going to be removing the debuff and just giving Anwin an extra action. Yeah. See,
basically doing everything you can to kill that priest.
This is why I would have silenced Anwin instead of skipping with the Apprentice Wizard. Because when you're down on actions, skipping is just not good. Just make the most proactive plays that you can and make the most out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I really think skipping with that Apprentice Wizard was a huge miss. Archangel's gonna have to shield up the priest, yeah.
To be fair though, if the priest dies, the Archangel can bring it back.
Yeah, but it's better to bring back, at night.
Yeah.
I think that spending the 1 mana to keep the priest alive for pretty much the entire game, and then saving the Archangel's other thing to resurrect a knight is probably better.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You could just use the Archangel to as a shield, generator, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that works too.
Shield 3 is really good.
Shield 3 is
especially if you've got someone
really,
like
really
Tristan.
good. Yeah.
Honestly, Shield 3 on either Tristan or the Elite Swordsman with their Counter-Strike is just so hard to deal with.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, throw it on the Elite Swordsman's good. I mean, he might have to, with how Tristan is kind of throwing himself into danger here. You might need that Archangel to shield him up. The good news is Tristan's Steadfast makes it kind of hard for a lot of things to deal with it. Like, Bull Elk can't charge it right now. I think the big threat is Tethir Bowmaster plus a Fletcher pulling Tristan into the Bull Elk right now, I think is the big threat. And now we're going to use Spellbreaker to silence Anwin. Good at this point. I think it would have been better a couple turns sooner.
Yeah, absolutely. Although that Spellbreaker is potentially in killing range from the Hippogriff Archer, and Hippogriff Archer, Tethir Archer, and Gladehawk just team up and kill her.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Priest, though. Priest is here. You gotta contend with that.
Yeah. You could also use the Tethir Fletcher to yank the Spellbreaker out of range for the Priest.
That is probably what I would do. I would use the Hippogriff Archer right now, yank the Spellbreaker to F2. It's out of Priest range now. And then you can use the Archer and the Gladehawk to kill it.
Yep.
I think that's kind of the play at this point. But, I mean, pulling it 1-4 doesn't actually do anything for me. That doesn't do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would use the Hippogriff Archer on that rather than the Tethir Archer.
Yeah, because, I mean, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use Priest, I'm going to heal it, and then my opponent's going to have to invest more actions into killing the Spellbreaker, which, again, the more actions... So this is one thing that you have to think about, is that when your setup is down on actions, your stuff is inherently going to absorb more of your opponent's actions in order to kill. This means that in round 1, you're going to be essentially down pieces, but it's going to let you use your other pieces to get into such incredibly strong forking positions on your opponent in round 2. You're going to be able to clean up so much of your opponent's stuff, right? Like, right now, the Fletcher had to get used, the Archer had to get used, the Hippogriff Archer had to get used, and probably 2 Gladehawks are going to have to get used just to kill this one Spellbreaker. That's 5 of the opponent's things that had to have been used to take out one of your pieces. That means the Knights have way fewer things contesting them, and the Elite Swordsmen have way fewer things contesting them, and they can kind of just move in on the enemy front line, and Moonfassa can't say boo about it.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I mean, the Knight on Patrick's right-hand side is currently being a little bullied by the Bowmaster and the Bull Elk.
Yeah, that's fine.
If it does anything. But yeah, but the Knight on the left can just sort of sweep in and start clearing up.
Yeah, like, just throw it into G3, and your opponent says, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's another thing. Your Spellbreaker dies, and then Archangel just reses it back at full mana, and it continues to silence Anwin. That's funny.
It is funny. It does mean that you can't res back a Knight, and...
Yeah, but that's, like, fine. Because Spellbreaker is still value.
I mean, the Knight, the Spellbreaker, or the Knights, the Spellbreaker, and the Swordsman are the gold sinks in this army, so really resurrecting any of them would be a good shout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, actually, I like this play with the Satyr.
It's pretty good.
It means that that Spellbreaker can just be exhausted straight away, first turn of round 2.
Yep. Man, Patrick really is just getting in the face. I'm liking this formation. I love seeing those diagonals.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost always a good play to just sort of create this wall across the
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving those longbow archers up is really solid too. And like here's another thing that you have to keep in mind. And part of the reason why I'm bringing this up is that a lot of newer players and mid-level players ask me a lot, hey, do I always need to bring 18 units? What do I do if my draft has fewer units than my opponent? That's what I'm talking about, like the things that Patrick can do and what he can do and what he's doing right and maybe wrong to sort of deal being this far down on action economy. I think this is going to be a really good game to highlight how you can deal with it and how you do deal with it. And so far, I think Patrick's doing a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, the action economy problem is something that, you know, a lot of people have been discussing quite a lot recently.
Yep.
And it's always good to see that, no, you don't need 18 actions to win, or you can fight against an army with 18 actions and still win.
Oh, for sure. I think that there's so many ways to do it. And, like, creating this, you know, triangle formation, I think is really showing how to do it. Now, what I'm kind of expecting here is a Deepwood Sentinel swap with this Bull Elk so that Bull Elk can run in and take the Longbow Archer. I think that'd be kind of interesting. No,
yeah, that would definitely... Yeah, I could definitely see that being a solid move.
Yep, and here goes the heal on the Spellbreaker.
Yeah.
And so here's another thing that's going to happen is that no matter what, when you are the lower action player, you can sit comfortable knowing that you're going to be going first basically every early round. And that's something that your opponent is going to have to sweat about.
I think that that's a dead knight, actually.
Yeah?
But...
That's fine.
Archangel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Interesting that Moon skipped with the Sentinel instead of moving it up with the Bull Elk.
Yeah, I think it would have stopped.
I don't hate it either way.
Yeah, so the knight dies, but here's what's interesting, is because the knight dies now, I guess you can still get a kill on that Spellbreaker. If you really wanted to. You could sacrifice a Glade Hawk, and then Hippogriff Archer could charge it. So, like, you can still do it! Okay, Piercing...
I think Moon wants to just get rid of the knights as quickly as possible.
That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense.
Like, the Satyr can come in and exhaust the Spellbreaker, and even if it gets off a silence, there's two healers who can remove it.
Yep.
Whereas those knights are going to start doing some cleaning up if they get round and into the backlines.
For sure. I think it's going to try to kill that other apprentice.
Yeah.
So
getting rid of that apprentice wisdom would be good.
Here is what's interesting.
Yep.
Yep. I like that.
Interesting.
Honestly,
I would have gone for the Spellbreaker, personally.
Honestly, I like it. I'm kind of into it. Just kill that Taunting Satyr. Get your +1 power. Seems good.
Yep.
Tethier Archer can get quickened 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 gold.
Yeah, that's not a bad target for it.
No. There are definitely a lot of good Quicken targets in this army.
Oh, okay. We're
Ooh.
not dealing damage. We're just going for the root. And it's okay. Yeah, and it's a for the round buff. So if you quicken that Teth, your archer can root something else. That's kind of cool. Tristan just coming in with his Sunblade, clearing out a card. Pretty good.
Yep.
Here comes that Quicken.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I do like just the sheer amount of actions that Quicken gives you.
Yeah,
especially if you're running
-1
like
power
16,
on that Glade
17 units. Yeah.
What Quicken's really good at is how it can sort of delay and stall out your actions. Because you are spending one of Anwin's actions in order to Quicken, to put an action on something else. But being able to sort of stagger your actions and force the opponent to essentially move twice compared to your one move can be super helpful.
Yeah. I mean, not only are you kind of stalling actions, but also you get to do something with your unit anyway.
Yep.
Which is always nice.
Yep.
So I could see the other Satyr coming in and taunting that Spellbreaker.
Yeah, I think it might be good.
You could
also, here's another thing you could do, is you could just do it on the Elite Swordsman, and then the Elite Swordsman doesn't get his start of turn buff.
Didn't that happen with the other Swordsman?
No, the other Swordsman just attacked, because Patrick got to go first.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad. Does make the Swordsman a lot more manageable.
Yep. Oh, Tranquility. That's funny.
Oh,
that's really funny.
I love this. I love the invulnerable Satyr.
That's really funny.
It's so funny.
One of my favorite uses of Tranquility. Now the Taunting Satyr can run up, force something to attack it, and whoopsie poopsie, I don't take any damage, I live.
Yep. You can also combine that with Quicken 1 to get it off twice.
Yeah.
I mean, if Anwen still had her actions, and it's even funnier.
Oh, we're gonna silence the Deepwood Mystic. Okay. And then because it's combinable, oh, the Satyr doesn't do anything now.
Nice.
That's sneaky.
Potentially just Sentinel swaps with Bowmaster. Bowmaster takes out the Spellbreaker though.
I mean, you could also just Bulwark it.
Yeah. That does put the Bulwark right next to the Swordsman though.
Deepwood Sentinel.
He can go now. Satyr moves into the middle.
Uh-oh. Okay, 3 movement. I forget how zoomy these guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, Priest could just, no it can't, because the Tethir Archer is active. Never mind. With its for the round net buff. Dang, Anwin's good. Dang, this hero is so good.
Honestly, the buffs that you get from Sylvan are some of the most fun to play with.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, well, Sylvan is the buff and debuff faction. Erengard's the all-rounder. Gath is all about power and health. Sylvan's all about buffs and debuffs.
Yeah.
It's to be expected.
I will say, though, I think Moon should be a little bit worried about this wall that is slowly moving up.
Yeah.
Cramping his units in.
Oh, yeah.
Anwin is not in a good position right now.
Nope.
And yeah, there's just this wall that's sort of getting in the way.
Yep. Gonna heal and remove the debuff. Tethier Archer. Oh my gosh, Tethier Archer actually can't! Because there's this wall that's in the... Oh, wait, Taunting Satyr has pathing.
Yeah, we love a Taunting Satyr.
Oh, I got excited
immune,
for a
so
second.
it just straight up exhausts it.
But, like... That's alright.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can
Yep.
force a charging to happen
Yep.
when you use your Satyr.
Mm-hmm. You sure
That's
can.
fun. That's fun.
That's fun. I love it.
And yeah, there's no real place to put the Glade Hawk where it doesn't immediately get sniped by the Longbow Archer.
Yeah. All according to Patrick's plan.
I gotta say, we haven't even seen this Archangel really do anything.
Yep. Oh,
Like,
it will.
Patrick, Patrick has been dominating this game so far, and he still hasn't pulled out his 15 gold unit to do
Yep.
anything more than drop a shield on that priest.
And he's holding it down. Like, that's the cool part. Like, there's 15 gold that basically hasn't done anything this game, and Patrick is just holding it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 10 gold down on Patrick's side compared to the 10 gold down on Moonfassa's side.
And Moon doesn't have a resurrect.
Correct. Like, what's so cool to me... Okay, so here's why the Angels are some of the coolest units in the game to me. I'm a TCG player. You know that. I come from the world of, you know, collectible card games.
Yeah.
And having decks that can use the graveyard as a resource, I think is always super fun. And that's what Erengard has when you build an Angel Kingdom and you build an Angel Army, is your graveyard is now part of your resource pool. And I think that that's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much to contribute to that. I'm not a massive like card gamer myself, but when I do play like card style games, necromancy or like undead or revival style decks are just so fun to play.
Well, you and our mutual friend Dex, you two have known each other for a while and been playing games together for a while, right?
Yeah, about 18 months now.
Yeah. Really? Only 18 months?
Yeah, we only really met when they introduced me to Legacies.
That's so wild!
Yeah.
Because then, like, wow. Neat. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I was just,
You
it's
were
just something
saying.
that came across my head because I was thinking about it and I'm like, I know that Dex comes from more of the miniatures side.
Yeah, actually, before we properly met, I remember seeing them playing a decent amount of Warhammer,
Yeah.
which isn't really my style, but
No, I'm not like a huge Warhammer guy either, honestly. I think Warhammer's, it's got too much, what a surprise that the Legacy's Allure player is saying this, but I think Warhammer is a little bit too slow and has too much variance in dice rolling for me to really get into.
I know so little about it that I honestly couldn't give you an opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, it's like again, anybody from the Warhammer community watching this is like, oh yeah, of course the Legacy's Allure player thinks that. It's like, yeah, that's why I like Legacy's Allure, right? Like, because it plays quick and it doesn't have dice rolling. So, you know,
Yep.
if that sounds, if anybody new listening, like just stumbled across this video, is like, oh man, Warhammer, but without dice and takes a tenth of the time to play, if that sounds good to you, you're gonna freaking love Legacy's Allure, man.
Yeah.
Back into the next round, I actually really like this Archangel positioning because it is perfectly set up to resurrect a knight straight into the back line and just deal some damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, Tristan Arrest on this Bull Elk, super good right now.
Yeah. I do think that the Mystic will be clearing that immediately, though.
Probably.
I did like Moon's cleanup at the end of the last round.
Yeah. Yeah, Moonfassa managed to really pull that off. Bull Elk takes Priest is good here. That's nice. Brutal. Like, I think the big thing is that the push-up was really good, but this 10th year Bowmaster was just in a position to handle the situation, and unfortunately Patrick couldn't really find an answer to it. I think the Bowmaster's kind of been the huge... Because when you push up against a Bowmaster without evasion, it can be really tough.
Yeah, I have mixed opinions on the Bowmaster. I've long held that I think he's slightly too overpriced, but if you build a kingdom properly around him, he can be terrifying. Yeah, just sniping units left and right.
I think Bowmaster is a high-risk, high-reward unit. If you take him and he dies early, you're going to be in trouble. But if you take him and he lasts to round 3 like this, woof.
Yeah, as soon as things start getting anywhere close to him, he no longer has to be shooting on the 2 power, it's straight up his 4 power, in your face, dead.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which is just scary, even for things like Elite Swordsman, that one-shots them unless they've got their shield, and even if they've got the shield and 1 bit of ping damage, bam, it's dead.
Man, this is tough. Now that Moonfassa's made it into Patrick's backline, things are going sideways quick for our hero in blue.
I think Amwin's going to be clearing that disarmed on the Hippogriff Archer.
I would. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wow. Again, can we just talk about Nature's Bosom again?
It's the best 1 gold
the best in the game. 1 gold card.
The best healing.
Oh, it's so good. It's healing, it's shield, it's debuff removal, it's got 4 range. Now, I want to talk about some balancing for a second, because I've been on the dev team for a while, so this is something that I do want to talk about. People look at Nature's Bosom like me, and I'm like, this is the most cracked card ever. What even is this? Okay, here's why. It's stuck on Anwin, and look at her stats. They are bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's the trade-off. Like, the reason why Anwin has the best abilities is because she has the worst stats.
She's very easy to kill as well.
So easy.
3 health, boom, gone.
Yeah, exactly. And basically any unit can sneeze on this hero and she's just gone.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when I first got into this game, Dex had a misprint of Anwin, which had 2 health.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was actually
Talk about a hero you not want to play.
Yeah, I was actually in charge of the demo printings. And there were, because it's like the first printing of any game is going to have tons of mistakes on it. That's just how it goes when you have hundreds of cards you have to comb through. There's going to be a bunch of little errors. And Anwin having 2 health was one of them, which was really funny.
Honestly, I mean, I don't remember that many errors from like the demo kits that we were messing around with. I think there was one on Velocity Greaves of the Borders, but for the sheer number of cards, the fact that the only ones I can remember are a slight border issue,
Yep.
and win at 2 health,
Yep.
that's a sign of good quality right there.
Oh, exactly. I'm really proud of how those demo copies turned out.
There's the knight being resurrected though.
Yep, Knight got resurrected and then got shot in the face with a net, and that's sad.
I mean, it's what happens to them, right?
It is. It so is.
And I mean, this is actually something I do want to talk about with the Archangel. It's out of mana, and given that so much of its card text is, here's its abilities, here's what it can do, it's very easy to go, oh, well, it's out of mana, it's sort of no longer useful. No.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is 4 power, 3 movement, 6 health, that is just hard to kill.
And it
And
flies!
And it flies, yeah. It is the same stat line as a Bull Elk, it just doesn't have charging.
Yeah, it just has flying instead of charging. That, yeah. There's still, like, Erengard still has its Bull Elk. This is not over.
Yeah, no. Not by any metric. I like this, keeping the Bowmaster a bit out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Right now, the Bowmaster is Moonfassa's win condition, and he recognizes that.
Yeah.
He needs to try and keep his archers away from this kill squad.
To be fair, though, the Knight can't really close because of the Fletchers, and it just gets shot whenever it does anything. It's just down to Tristan and the Elite Swordsman.
And the Archangel.
Yeah. I'm not sure the Archangel can really... I mean, it's still good, but
the Archangel's going to be moving in here.
Yep. Yep, there's Anwin.
Anwin's gone. Like, we were just talking about that, how easy it is to kill Anwin. So all of these, like, super powerful abilities, they're just gone now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, Quicken 1 is looking less and less useful. But Tranquility and Nature's Bosom are amazing.
Yeah. Tranquility's a game winner.
Stop something from dying. Yeah.
Tranquility's straight up a game-winning ability, and that is a win condition that is no longer there.
I do remember building a kingdom where the entire thing was keep Anwin alive until round 7, and then Tranquility something in the center.
It's fun!
Yeah.
The Fletchers are running out of juice, too. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Once the Fletchers are out of mana, they are... I don't want to say useless, because I have genuinely seen Fletcher get a kill before, but, like, that's not what they're there for.
Exactly. They're a lot more useless than the Archangel, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I really like this Longbow Archer moving forward and also body blocking for the Knight. That is clever.
Yeah. Interesting movement from the Sentinel.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where he's going.
No. See, there is also fully Tristan with 6 health and the shield, plus Felgards with the health regen, armor, and magic resist. It's just...
And it deals 4 to 5 damage. Tristan is still full health. Like, that's the thing of, like, oh, it's looked kind of bad. Oh, man, so many of the Erengard things are dying. Oh, he has so few units. And then it comes down to this at the end, and it's like... So there's a Tethier Bowmaster, a Bull Elk, and a Hippogriff Archer versus full health Tristan, full health Elite Swordsman, full health Archangel, and a Knight.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I at this point will probably be calling it for Patrick. I think Moon can put up a fight, but there's very little that he can do to really.
I think this game's gonna go
start messing with us.
I think this game's gonna go to round 7. I really do, and I think that Moonfassa is gonna have to pull out a trick. He's gonna have to pull out some funny tricks.
I don't think it is, because that's a dead Bowmaster.
The Bull Elk is still full health. That's my thing. Like,
yeah, but like Tristan just disarms it as soon as he gets close, and then he's got that +1 action, hits it for 5 damage. As soon as Tristan starts closing on that Bull Elk.
You say it's a dead Bowmaster, and then Deepwood Sentinelier is just continuing to help him run away.
Yeah, but that's a corner that he's backed into that he can't.
Oh yeah, he's in the corner now. Absolutely. But then the question is, if Tristan and the Elite Swordsman chase this Bowmaster to the corner, can they get back to the center in time to not have the Bull Elk win the game?
I don't think they need to. Between the Archer, the Knight, and the Archangel, that Bull Elk can't really take center.
Maybe. That may be the case. We'll have to see.
Well, because the Bull Elk will have to take it by force, and that's going to be a lot of retaliation damage.
Yeah.
Now there is the Mystic still around.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's.
I think it's going to be very tough for Moon to pull off a win here.
I think it's going to be tough, but I think it's possible.
Well, I mean, I would say that both Moon and Patrick are better players than I am, so I would.
Oh yeah, they're way better than me. Like, I'm just here to say funny words and do my best analysis, and they're, I'm sure, in their own chat, like 58 times galaxy brain ahead of me on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally just here for a good conversation, you know?
Exactly. And you are always good conversation, so I think mission accomplished on my end.
Much appreciated. I'd say the same about you.
I think Longbow Archer just shoots shield off Bull Elk.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the question is, what's Moon doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if he tries to move the Tethir Fletcher away to free up a runaway for the Bowmaster, he's just going to get locked into a corner. Yep. I think that Bowmaster's dead.
2 damage. Bull Elk can kill Archangel now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's still Tristan and a Swordsman and a Knight.
Yeah, but they're in the corner. Like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm just like, is chasing this Bowmaster gonna lose them in the game? Because it's round 5.
Yeah, I mean, you can stick the Elite Swordsman next to the Bowmaster, or Tristan next to the Bowmaster, yeah.
Ooh, that is good. That's good.
Chasing the Bowmaster down with both Tristan and the Elite Swordsman so that one of them could run back. Yeah, that's good. That was a good play.
I don't like this though.
I
would have
had
had Tristan move up against that Bowmaster and arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now this is happening. That's funny, I like that.
I don't really see the point in rooting it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe if you move something up next to it, but...
Seems fine. It reduces your opponent's options, you know, that's what Sylvan's all about. Restricting options with their debuffs. That's their shtick.
Sorry, I missed that. How did the root happen? Was it the Fletcher on the Hippogriff Archer?
It was Fletcher, yeah, on Hippogriff Archer.
Okay, yeah.
Archangel's not looking so hot.
Nope. I think this is going to come entirely down to, can Moon kill Tristan in 2 turns?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know if he needs to. The Tethier
Keep
Fletcher.
the mana on the Fletcher, yeah.
Ooh, but
Hook
wait,
shot.
the Tethier Fletcher can't run away from the Longbow Archer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The Longbow Archer takes out the Fletcher. He no longer has a pull. He just moves Tristan to center.
And then it's just damage versus damage.
Yeah! Oh, that's good! Oh, Patrick! Yeah, Patrick's first move is just take Fletcher.
Yeah. Oh, please tell me that Fletcher's gonna get... Using that Fletcher. Ooh. Keeping the Wisp back to break Tristan.
Yeah, there he is. That is the win con.
No. That Wisp can now break Tristan, so that health regen and armor doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a key thing. If you break him in this round, he doesn't regain any... he doesn't get any health back.
Ooh, that's kind of nasty. Ooh, you know what? I kind of like... Nah, forget the Archangel. I kind of like Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tristan... no, like, what you do right now is Tristan arrests Bull Elk, and then if the Wisp breaks you, so what?
The Wisp just breaks you next round, so that you're easier to kill.
Not if Tristan kills the Wisp.
That Hippogriff Archer, Bowmaster, and Bull Elk next round is just enough to fully kill Tristan.
Oh yeah, it's not great.
Especially if he's broken. That's 2 power, and...
Oh yeah, and with Moonfassa being defender only, he doesn't have to take the center, he just needs to make sure the center's open.
Yep.
What?
This is going to be close. A lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, this is going to be... This has been a really close game, start to finish. Patrick is doing a phenomenal job of demonstrating that just because you are down on actions in the beginning, the game is not over.
Yeah, absolutely.
This Counter-Strike is going to be huge on this Bull Elk.
But that Mystic is still there, and you could even use the Wisp to heal.
Mystic's a problem. If the Mystic wasn't there, man.
Ooh, is that a dead Bull Elk? Yeah, I think.
Okay, so what the thing is, Mystic heals it.
Yeah.
But now, Tristan arrest.
Tristan can't take center.
Yeah, he can.
Well, if he takes center, then Hippogriff Archer and Bowmaster, because the Sentinel swaps in the Bowmaster.
That's not enough.
You break it first with the Wisp.
Oh, the Wisp break! I forgot about Wisp break!
Yep.
Oh no!
God, what?
Man,
keeping
this
was
so tight. Right
keeping
to the end.
that Wisp. Oh wow, amazing.
This was the exact amount of damage left.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, yeah.
Great game.
What a tight game.
Oh, I knew this was going to come down to round 7, and it was the
Wisp. Round 7.
Right
Jesus.
number. Wow.
Talk about a game.
That was just round of applause for both players. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that was excellent. It's always good to see two excellent players play, and that was well worth it.
That was such a great game. Like, honestly, everybody watching right now, join the Discord server. Congratulate these two players for one of the best fought Blitz games we've ever had on this channel, and ask them to show you the ropes in Legacy's Allure. It won't get better than these two right here.
Yeah, there's honestly, I would put Patrick and Moon in the top 3 in the server.
Yeah, Yeah, they're top 5 at least. Like
Yeah.
so good, so much fun to watch every single time. Yeah, and with that said, Karen and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.